There is nothing better than going to a movie and having your expectations blown away. Such is the case with The Iron Claw starring Zac Efron. For the record, I'm not a wrestling fan, and although it may seem like it, this is not a wrestling movie. It's the true story of the Von Erichs, who were a high-profile wrestling family. It's about the curse that haunted the family, and in particular, the brothers. It's a great movie, and you won't believe what ends up happening.
Ready, you guys? Ready. Okay, action.
The Iron Claw is a pleasant surprise and an unexpected great movie. This movie deserves to be acknowledged for its great casting, acting, cinematography, and the screenplay. It's a beautifully told story about the curse of the Von Erich family, one of the first families of wrestling sports entertainment in the 80s and 90s. A lot of people are probably thinking that, hey, I hate wrestling and have no desire to watch a movie about wrestling or wrestlers. But that's just not the case with the Iron Claw.
Shorts make your package look small and your ass look big.
It's such an emotionally gripping story that Zac Efron is probably an easy candidate for the Best Actor award nomination at the Oscars for his performance. Like I said, you do not need to be a wrestling fan to love this movie. The Von Erich family could have been architects, truckers, or even football players. It doesn't matter. Their life saga just happens to be around wrestling, and it actually provides a very interesting dynamic for the plight of this family and the supposed curse that haunts their lives.
How's that curse I cursed you with?
It centers around Kevin Von Erich, his three brothers David, Carey, and Mike, his mother Doris, and domineering father Fritz. There is another brother Jack who died at the age of 5, and another named Chris who also passed away at the age of 21, but was removed from the screenplay because there was just too much repetition in the script. Too many brothers were dying in this family. Now, I don't want to give too much away, as this movie is best seen with little to no knowledge of the curse that tears at the Von Erich family and the events that lead to an ending that is ironically as tragic as it is uplifting. Zac Efron gives an amazing performance and quickly earns your attention as a sympathetic character. He's at the center of the maelstrom that rages inside the lives of this family as tragedy is followed by another tragedy. There is a great scene where you really begin to get to know Kevin Von Erich. It's when he meets his wife Pam outside the sportatorium, and she asks him out on a date. It lets you bring your guard down about who this guy is and begin to understand that Kevin is a guy who doesn't play into your stereotyped ideas of what a professional wrestler would be. Their date together is an important moment in the movie and will be the only grounding event that the Von Erich family will ever have. It's the one relationship that we root for and hope that it will endure through to the end of the movie. Sean Durkin did a fabulous job creating real family and brotherly bonds between the brothers while establishing their father Fritz as the obsessive, domineering, and ruthless father that cared for his family legacy more than he did the well-being of his sons and family. He was the perfect antagonist that pushed his sons to the edge, while their mother Doris seemed emotionally complicit but was also a willing victim of Fritz's overbearing personality and obsession with being a family that stood at the top of the wrestling industry. Something else that I loved was that they used Rush's Tom Sawyer as the musical backdrop. If you throw in some Limelight and a little bit of Red Barchetta, well, I'll have no problem with that.
Hey, I kind of like this song.
But it was an interesting song selection and fit really well with the mood that Sean Durkin that I think what he was trying to create. Now, I don't want to say too much about this beautifully written, acted, filmed, and edited movie so that you can enjoy this one-of-a-kind film experience. There are very few movies that successfully tell an emotionally gripping true story at this caliber, and they should be watched for the honest portrayal of a family's downfall, as the Von Erich curse decimates the brothers along with the entire family. It's a movie that shows life the way it is, hard and riddled with ups and seemingly more downs, but perhaps it's only because we remember the downs more than the ups, as tragedy and emotional pain seems to find more space in the recesses of our hearts and minds. It's a movie that isn't scared to show the frailty of the human condition in people many think of to be strong and secure in their lives, when in fact, they have the same flaws, weaknesses, and insecurities as we do. It's a lesson to not follow a person who you are supposed to love and trust unequivocally, only to find they instill in you a poison that lays the seeds of your ultimate demise. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm giving The Iron Claw a score of 9.0. If you like what you heard, I thank you for watching and invite you to subscribe and join the Poprageous community. And if you can, hit that like button because it really helps out a channel. And if you didn't like what you heard, well, hey, I thank you all the same. And we'll see you in our next video.